What's going on, everybody? Sean Pierce Johnson here with this week's edition of Stompbox Saturday, and on the stomping block today is the Boss TE-2 Tera Echo, a very strange, very cool, very quirky, and very awesome sounding delay box from the fine folks at Boss. The Tera Echo holds a pretty couple cool distinctions in the Boss category. It was one of the first pedals that Boss introduced using their multi-dimensional processing, which basically kind of takes every string on the guitar and processes them individually. Pretty cool, and has provided us with some pretty cool effects. But the other thing that's really cool about it is it's the 100th compact stomp box that Boss has developed. So it holds a little bit of a benchmark in that company's lineup. And it's a very cool pedal to say the least. 4 knobs govern the sound: level, tone, feedback, and S time. Now, the cool thing about the Tera Echo is that the repeats are very dynamic. The effect is very dynamic. As you heard in the top of the video, there's almost a filter kind of effect on the repeats and the decays. And just judging on how hard you hit the strings, you get more or less of that effect. Another great thing about this pedal that I've come to notice is that the repeats are very lush. The sound is very spacious, and although I do love me some Boss delays, the one thing I can say about delays in the past from Boss is that it's very regimented. It's very, this is the repeat, this is the repeat, this is the repeat, this is the repeat. They're very apparent. This definitely feels much more like a classic Echo, like a tape. It's very lush, it sits well within your playing, and finding a tone on this is very easy. So let's check out some cool sounds. And for my money, the Tera Echo sounds probably at its best when you're using it with a clean sound. And the cool thing about the effect is that it almost blends delay and reverb together to really flesh out a clean sound. But it's even more responsive dynamically when you use the clean sound. Just to show you what I mean by that dynamic, we're gonna keep on the clean sound, and I'm just gonna play around with my playing dynamics for a little bit, just so you can really hear how the effect changes depending upon how hard you pick the strings. That filter effect is really cool, and the apparency of it really comes through the harder you pick on the strings. Now, one other thing I can say about this is that the effect also gets more or less prominent depending upon where you set the tone knob. Keeping those same settings for the effect level and the feedback and the time, we're going to turn back the tone knob to about 3 o'clock on the dial and get it kind of dark so you can hear how the tone knob affects how we hear that filter effect. the tone knob really darkens the repeats and makes the filter effect less apparent, which is exactly how I like to use this pedal with a distorted sound. The darker repeats with this effect definitely help that lead line. They sit well just like a tape or analog echo would. They don't get in the way of your playing. And that filter effect definitely adds a nice emotion to the lead line. And then when playing a rhythm part, it definitely fleshes things out. Gives it a little bit of space, makes it seem bigger. Well, there you go, everybody. There's your look at the Tera Echo from Boss. Definitely quirky, definitely wacky. Maybe not the most usable delay sound in the world, but hey, plug it in, you definitely get kicked in the pants and inspired to do some soulful playing. I really dig it. I think it's a pretty cool thing to play around with, and who knows what you guys might come up with. Hope you guys enjoyed this look. Stay tuned for next week's Stompbox Saturday, and until then, happy stomping. Cheers.